What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. Today I'm going to be watching Mr. Electric Scooter Guide here. They claim that these scooters are the best brand. T-Wing is like the best brand. So what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look up T-Wing's brand. We're going to look at all of their scooters. We're going to compare them just a little bit, maybe take like 2-3 minutes. And then we're going to watch the video. So literally, I'm just going to look up T-Wing. Let's go to e-scooter. 6,000 watt dual motor. Looks like a Cabo Wolf GT Pro, but it's cheaper. Okay. And it's pretty much the same. The Mars, I heard that was the fastest one. Two 4,000 watt motors. Here's the XTR with two 5,000 watt motors. Here's the GT2. They're going to be reviewing this in the video. Very cheap. What's the battery size? 15 amp hour? GT4 is also what they're reviewing in the video. It looks like a Kukirin. This is 60 volt 20 amp hour battery. It's the same as the G4. It's literally just Kukirin. Kugo. But they'll never do scooter reviews on Kugo because Kugo is a weird brand, in my opinion. They don't say nothing to nobody except for other people that aren't in America. But as you can see, the G2 Pro looks like the other one, and the G4 looks just like it. It's literally just a G4. Just different color. But T-Wing looks pretty good. I do like T-Wing, so let's watch. This is the 0x10, by the way. So let's watch their video.
What if somebody made an electric scooter that cost the same as a 9-Bot Max, but went twice as fast?
9-Bot Max, one of the worst value scooters ever.
Well, somebody did. It's real. We tested it. Watch this review.
This is the T-Wing GT2 and GT4 from the same brand that brought us the T-Wing Mars XTR, the fastest electric scooter to ever climb the ESG test hill. Not only are these the fastest single motor scooters we've ever tested under $1,000, but they're just the fastest outright because they beat all the dual motor scooters too. In fact, the $650 one beat all the dual motor scooters under $1,000. For example, the GT2 is $649 and pushes 800 watts of nominal power from a single rear motor and 1,200 watts of peak power. It's got a battery 30% bigger than the one in the 9-Bot Max G2, and it's got 10.5.
Just so you guys know, the 9-Bot Max G2 is $1,000. This is $649.
Half-inch tubeless tires, plus a claimed top speed of.
Sorry if you guys hear the guy outside mowing in the back. He always chooses to mow as soon as I start recording.
31 miles per hour, but we're going to test that in a minute. The GT4 spec is even more bonkers with 1,500 watts of nominal power from the rear motor and 2,400 watts of peak power. A battery that's 2.2 times as big as the one in the 9-Bot Max, 11-inch tubeless tires, and a claimed top speed of 43 miles per hour. Plus, they've both got full suspension and touchscreen displays. Welcome back to Electric Scooter Guide. I'm Paul Somerville, and for the last 5 years, I've spent over 10,000 hours riding, testing, and reviewing electric scooters. And in this review, we're going to test the GT2 and GT4's top speed and range, check out their hill climbing ability, and we'll also cover a few of the trade-offs you need to know about. Let's see what they're like right out of the box, and then we'll go for a speed run to see if they can really hit those specified top speeds. We're back on day one with the T-Wing GT2 and GT4. I'm going to open up the smaller GT2 first.
Upgrade thousands of games with one install. You can get Super Damage in Elden Ring.
If you want to watch the full video, go watch their video. I don't care about the unboxing. I just want to see the specs of the scooter. Alright, now here we go.
Top speed? We'll find out later. But right now, let's check out the modes.
Here we go.
In Eco mode, top speed, 9 miles per hour.
If you want to watch the full video, go to their account.
In Sport mode, top speed is 16. And in race mode, it'll go up to an indicated 33.
33 for 600 bucks? That's pretty good.
34 miles per hour.
Especially with the build quality of T-Wing. It's pretty good, T-Wing. You're doing what we need the Segway to do, but Segway wants to be bougie, and they are not that bougie.
But that's just the indicated top speed. We'll find out the true top speed when we take it out for a speed run. So I just found another trick. If you hold the set button down, you can switch from non-zero start to zero start. Oh wait, but there's more. If you hold the mode button down, you can turn on cruise control.
Okay,
there it is.
That's pretty cool.
Different square circle. You know, identical stem is
GT4. It's out.
Let's check it.
Modes. The touchscreen's a little crazy. I can't lie. That's pretty cool.
So 3 modes like the other.
Is there ambient lighting?
Segway GT1 is on.
No.
In race mode. Let's go speed
50
test.
miles an
It's
hour.
time for the top.
Guys, 50 miles an hour for a grand. Now listen, that's pretty much the same thing as the Ultron and the G4. We're gonna see what they really get.
Speed run on the here. Only one load. Tires are aired up.
Right,
batteries charged up. Let's go.
Eastbound, which means there's a tailwind.
2, 1, go!
Or is it headwind? I forget.
That was actually a pretty mellow launch. Well, let's see how fast this goes. 29, okay, 28. We're getting there. 29,
This
30,
is a crazy.
31.
I'm sorry, guys. I really am.
29, okay, 28. We're
I just want you guys to remember this guy is in his 40s, late 40s. I think he's almost 50.
getting there. 29, 30, 31.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
And I'm reading this off the dashboard. Might be different on the screen in the bottom right corner. Okay, we're hanging at 33 in the eastbound direction. There's not much wind today, but we always do it in 2 directions to cancel out the effect of any headwind or tailwind.
Okay, here we go. Top speed run of the T-Wing GT4. Will this be the fastest single motor scooter ever? Let's find out.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, man. This feels like a dual motor scooter.
Guys, this guy is
Okay,
in his
25
40s.
already. Oh my gosh. 30. 40. I'm over 40. Now this is indicated coming off my screen. It might be different in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Shit
Okay.
is cooking, though. I
45.
can't lie.
We're holding pretty steady at 45. And this is the faster of the 2 directions. I'm going with the wind right now. Little flickers of 46, 47.
He's cooking.
Think.
Everything. $100. Speed versus price.
Damn, look at that. Best speed price ever.
For every 9.5
Nice. Where's Ultron, though? You guys see how you don't see Ultron up? Why do they only have big brands? Fido, Segway, eMove, 9bot Max, GoTrex, Enokim, Hover One, GoTrex, New, Segway, GoTrex, Turbo Ant.
miles per hour.
Only big brands. This is so dumb. What you need is look, Cabo, Enokim, InMotion.
For $700,
Dumb.
and then you got the GT4
Hill test. Let's go.
per dollar. But can they keep up with the dual
do
motor
too many
scooters
big
up
brands,
the ESG test tail?
So they don't
Let's
have
find out.
any.
Okay, up first
indication on
is the
smaller
GT2.
brands.
I've got it in a
Smaller
rate.
brands think they're bigger brands, so they won't work with smaller people like me because they're foolish. In my opinion, I'm sorry, boys, but I have to tell them straight. You're foolish for only wanting to work with big people, and when big people don't want to say yes, you think you have motion. You don't got motion like that. I'm trying to tell you, you're not breaded up.
Race mode. Let's go. Okay, 9 miles per hour.
This isn't race mode.
Kind of holding
I mean,
steady.
it is a 15% hill.
Looks like it's speeding up just a little bit. There we go, 10 miles an hour. And that's it. All right, it's time for the hill climb test
it'll
on the
take you out.
T-Wing
That's
GT4.
really all you
We're in
care
race
about.
mode. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man, this thing goes for a single motor scooter. Accelerating all the way up. We're at 20 miles per hour. Oh, okay, that's it. Nice. The GT2's hill climbing is good, but it's not as amazing as its top speed. On our 10% grade test tail, absolutely. And then the Segway just
We're on the bottom, but that doesn't matter. We don't care about hill
GT3
climbing. I want to see you go fast in a straight line.
Pro, the detailed features actually large is they don't. You should look them up because they're right up there with like Samsung and LG cells. But
Okay, so they're with Samsung and LG cells. So basically, the cells that they use are just they're very good.
one of the down to
Good
10
brand,
hours on the
Tony.
GT2 charger
No
battery
ambient
to the,
lighting.
but you have to
One
steering
charger
its suspension have bigger than a tire. Really easy if you want to
11-inch tires is pretty good. Disc brakes,
add some
pneumatic
sealant yourself.
tires.
And for that, we recommend Armadillos. It's like slime, but it's specifically made for scooters. And it's actually keeping the air in one of the tires of my
They definitely
car
make
ride
a
doesn't
emission.
about really hot. It's still going to work.
That's pretty
Your
cool.
while I was out and everything else. See them green and inside the dash. 2020. And then once you take this strap, it's not
Oh,
that gives the
that's
stem
what the strap's
wrap it
for?
around the tail light.
Wow.
And that's your stem to deck latch. It's not the most comfortable thing
Or
to
someone
pick up
steals
because of
that.
the way the stem is constructed, but
Or rips
that
it off.
construction gives the stem a really stiff, solid feel.
That stem looks
The
cool. though.
decks of these scooters
like the
aren't
little
that
look.
big relative to the size of the scooters, but the way the footrest is set up, now it's time to range test the GT2 and GT4.
this is
GT2 is up first, and when I get down to 50% battery, I'll check in and tell you what it's like to ride. All right, I'm at 50% battery on the GT2, so let's talk about what it's like to ride. And
Speak.
I'm gonna go into more detail on the GT4. So here, I'm mostly gonna talk about
what's different on the GT2 versus GT4. And let's start in the cockpit. I mean, it's the same. The dash, the throttle, the brakes, almost everything you can see here is the same, with one difference. And that is this little red flag right here. They both have it, but this one rattles. And it bugs me. It looks kind of cool, but if you hear a little rattling sound, the scooter is dead silent, and that's what's actually kind of so extra annoying about this red thing rattling.
That's why I don't like these people. I mean, I like them, but I don't like them because everything has to be perfect because they're so used to GoTrack, Segway, all that. People that have millions and millions of dollars, and they come to T-Wing, which is a new company, and they're over here talking about a carabiner rattles, and he's crying, and that's his only gripe. I mean, I guess if you're figuring out all the gripes on the scooter, it makes sense to at least complain about something, but I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, probably easy to fix.
Be like, I'll just fix that myself, so it's not a big deal. But he's about to say that right now, right?
But there you go. So these are very different scooters. I mean, they look a lot alike, but they ride so differently. The GT2 is like super chill on the throttle. There's no mistaking that this is a single motor electric scooter. I mean, it's a fast single motor. You know, right now, and they go to sport mode. But second.
Cookie Run Tower of Adventures is officially available on both mobile and PC with Google Play Games. Immerse yourself in a 3D cookie.
Okay, super chill taking off just now. And, you know, 18, 17, 16 miles per hour top speed right in there. You know, pretty mellow. I think, for me, this is a scooter I think I just would ride in race mode all the time because that's where the fun is.
That's where the fun is.
All right, let's try it from a stop in race mode.
Where are you at?
See, even in race mode, I just, like, full throttle, normal acceleration, not arm yanking, easy to ride. But, you know, it gets going. I'm going 25, and, you know, we saw the top speed earlier. Before the dual motor feels a lot more tech, which quiet. Okay, GT4. All right, I'm showing 22 miles on the odometer. I've reached the very end of the range test on the GT2. Next up is the GT4, and then of course we'll check the data logger for both and find out how far they both really went. Okay, I'm halfway through the range test on the GT4, so it's time to give you some riding impressions. And I can tell I'm halfway done because I've got 5 out of 10 bars. And let me start off with that. I love that. Each bar is 10%. I don't have to do any math. You know, so this dash, while I'm here, it's not the brightest. It's big. You can read everything, but it's not as beautiful outdoors as it is indoors, but it does work. I've never, you know, not been able to read it. Let's start off by seeing what it's like in each of the modes. Eco, Sport, in this mode. You can detail 21 miles to start and see what that feels like. Okay, so here we go. I'm in 0 start, so I'm not going to kick off at all. And, you know, it's actually pretty chill. Like, I just mashed it, and it's like not trying to wheelie. It's not trying to take off really hard. But, you know, once you're rolling, like, even if you're going 30 miles per hour and you give it some throttle, it goes. It's got some grunt. It's so weird because it's, you know, it's a single, but it doesn't.
By the way, guys, he is in his 40s.
Ride like a dual motor scooter. It does ride like a big single, which is just, you know, a bit more progressive, smoother, easier to ride, honestly. The other thing that is kind of amazing about this scooter is the handling, as I go around a corner on a level. It makes it feel like motor scooter. I mean, the swings is it's the front arm is. It's like we'll see how miles on the data logger to see what the official numbers are for both the GT2 and GT4.
The GT2 covered a respectable 22.7 miles on the hilly ESG range test course, running at a pace that you'd usually expect from a dual motor scooter. The GT4 went an ESG official 34.5 miles, beating every scooter.
So that's very good. Wow.
We range tested at this price.
Wow, that Cruiser V2 just came out, the eMove Cruiser V2, and it's literally pretty low compared to how much more expensive it is. Bro, look at the Unagi Model 0. If you ever buy an Unagi, just know you're not getting a good deal. Oh my gosh.
Below. The crazy thing about the range for both of these scooters is they would have gone even further if they weren't so dang fast. Let's test the brakes. Both scooters come with mechanical disc brakes front and rear, and stopping distances from 15 miles per hour were exceptional. The GT2 and GT4 use smaller rotors, so it takes a firm grip to get the most out of the brakes. But that also means they're less likely to lock up or accidentally put you over the handlebars.
Damn.
For pros and cons, obviously the performance and range per dollar are a huge pro for both of these. But surprisingly, ride quality ended up being a pro as well, despite the fact that these both kind of look like older scooters. The ride quality is really good, and the GT4 in particular. These scooters aren't magic. There are some trade-offs you need to know about. I mean, you get twice the speed of a 9-bot Max, but what don't you get for the price? Yeah. There's no app, there's no swag lights, and these scooters...
No swag lights, no app. What is the app for? What is the app for? I get the swag lights, that's just ambient lighting. But what is the app for? You can connect to the scooter, customize the scooter, change the speed. You can do all that in the settings. You know what I'm saying? Again, I do like this guy. I love ESG. I'm giving forth my opinion just like they are. You know what I'm saying? We're the same in the same. We're the same in the same regard.
Are not light. At 57 pounds for the GT2 and 85.6 pounds for the GT4.
Just
but
remember,
it's forgivable.
Was lighter than that G4
because most of that weight is made up of batteries. So who are these two scooters for? Well, really fast single motor scooters are great as sort of car replacement style transportation because they're really easy to ride, but they're going to get you across town faster than a car. And as to who should get the GT2 and who should get the GT4, I truly like.
Guys, I'm a humble, what I'm saying, scooter bike rider. You can't really replace how fast a car gets you around than a scooter. Like, maybe if you're in a congested town like Dallas or New York, which then you're definitely going to need a scooter or a bike. But if you're in like a rural town, like where it takes 10 minutes to get, like 20 minutes to get to Walmart, the town I'm in, you're not going to want a scooter. You might want a bike, but not a 48-volt bike. You're going to want a 52 or 60-volt bike and like an Inoki where they go like 70 miles full speed, 40 miles an hour. You're going to want something like that. If you're in a city where there's bike lanes, sidewalks, service roads, yeah, you'll be fine with the scooter and stuff. But if you're in rural, I just say rural, but it just sounds dumb. If you're in a rural part of town where you have to go a while to get places, yeah, you're not going to want one.
Like both of these scooters, but if you can afford it and you don't need to carry it upstairs every day, I highly recommend the GT4. It's just an unbelievable amount of performance and range per dollar. On the other hand, the GT2 is way easier to carry upstairs and has a rare combination of being really fast, but also having a throttle response that's as smooth as the one on the 9-bot Max G2. So it's probably a better choice for brand new riders. For the best price on the GT4, GT2, and all of the T-Wing scooters, click the links in this video's description and we'll pin it in the first comment down below as well. Clicking the links costs you nothing, but it helps support the research and testing that goes into making reviews like this one. I'm Paul from Electric Scooter Guide. Don't ride like me, but do always remember to wear a helmet.
Buys anything from me, but so we got the Cabo Wolf, the InMotion RS, and the eMove Roadster. That's what I'm looking at right there. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that sub. I'm sorry I seem so out of it. I like the video and I like everything, and I really like the creators of the video. I like these guys. I'm not in a bad mood or anything. I don't know. The scooter impressed me. The review, I feel like it could have been more action packed, but maybe I'm just used to how I do videos. But even I do videos kind of lame, I feel sometimes. I wish I had more of a budget. But we're getting there, aren't we? Again, if you like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? Tell me I look buff. Peace out.